What's up guys, it's me, JC Lifts or Josh or however else you know me. So as you've noticed that I haven't really posted on my YouTube much really at all or at all recently. So this is going to be more of an introduction video for me to get back into it. So my name's obviously Josh, I'm only 21 years old, and on this YouTube channel I mostly want to post self-improvement tips, things that I go through in my day-to-day life, ways I combat it, and ways that I could help you, or ways that you can shift your mindset more towards success or, more inner peace. And honestly, yeah, I'm just gonna kind of get right into it. If I'm being completely honest, recording this video for me, it was something I was kind of procrastinating and didn't want to do. And I think that's what I'm going to talk about in this first video, because when you tend to overanalyze things, it will typically delay the action of what you're trying to do, and it'll usually more often than not lead most people to not even try in general, whether that be somebody trying to get into the gym and they're gonna research a million things about how to do it quote unquote perfectly, a perfect way to get into the gym, which will often lead to what people usually call analysis paralysis, where they can find an excuse as to why not to do it or why they should wait till maybe Monday. And to that, I'm just gonna say is to just start, whether the conditions are perfect or not. Because like even recording this video for me tonight, it wasn't necessarily the most optimal, but it's something that I told myself that I needed to get done, right? It was a promise to myself. And if you do break promises to yourself, you're more or less teaching yourself that your word holds little to no value to yourself. And the last person you want to lie to is yourself. So when you tell yourself you're going to do something, no matter how optimal or unoptimal it is, you have to do it. You have to see it through. And that just transfers to everything in life, whether that's the gym or recording videos or starting on social media. So for the gym, let's say you worked a really long shift and you're super tired and you have to get up early the next morning. You can tell yourself that, yeah, you know what, I probably would have a better lift if I just rested and went tomorrow. Or you could just go today and get as good as a lift in as you could and carry on the next day with the swagger, knowing that you did do it. There's this one quote that I've heard that I'm paraphrasing here along the lines of, fear is like a body of water, and this body of water is millions of miles wide, but it's only an inch deep. And it's once you start to do something that you realize that it's not as bad as you chalked it up to be, or it's easy, or maybe not easy, but easier than you thought it was. And the more you do it, you're gonna find the easier it gets to continue to do it. So typically when you go to the gym or you start a new thing, you wanna wake up early, at first it's extremely, extremely, extremely hard, because it's so erratic and it's not something that you usually do. But once you've created it into a habit and it's something that you do often, you kind of find that you feel weird when you don't do it. And all of these things and these states that you can reach, they all start with action. Because if you don't try at something, you are going to fail. It's automatic, you don't have a choice. So if I wanted to go for a run and I don't go for a run because I chose not to, I instantly failed. But if I do go for a run and maybe it's a bad run, maybe it's not necessarily a win, but it is better than not trying and failing, because I can go the next day with the knowledge that I learned from trying the first time. When I was going through basic training, one of my sergeants, one of the quotes that he would tell us, albeit a little bit corny, but very, very true, is that failure stands for first attempt in learning. So any successful person, in order to get where they wanted to be, they had to fail millions and millions and millions of times. It's something that you have to realize that failure is, it's a precursor to success. Like, what if I told you that you're only 200 failures away from your dreams? How fast would you want to fail? How fast would you want to apply yourself, learn, fail, and get back up and do it again? You would probably try as much as you could because you knew at the end that you would be successful. You will never meet a single person that has devoted their entire being, their everything in life, and they've just devoted everything to it. You would never meet a person that has done that and isn't successful or didn't attain what they wanted. If a crackhead wants crack, that motherfucker's gonna get crack. You have to see the means to the end. I realize that I've kind of probably rambled on a bit here, but this is gonna be my first video, and it'll be interesting for you guys and for me to look back to see from this video now and maybe where we're at in a year, how much more eloquently spoken I am on camera. So I'm going to keep this relatively short because I think I'm going to go into the next day with a little bit more material and a more value for you guys. But other than that, I think this will be the recording location for me before I move to the Philippines with my girlfriend in about, I think, 50 days. But it's honestly, I'm gonna pick y'all up. Pretty nice out here, as you can see. Very, very nice. It's very calming. I'd say it's kind of away from people, but if I'm being honest, a crackhead actually just walked by me. But other than that, that's gonna be it for this video. If this was kind of interesting to you, subscribe, follow my Instagram. All the links are gonna be in the description below. But it's only up from here, folks. So, peace.